Somehow, some way, whenever it comes down to stories, documentaries, miniseries, whatever it is about Ted Bundy, I find myself interested. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about another project featuring Ted Bundy that made its premiere at Tribeca Film Festival this year, and we're going to get into that review of that film right now. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. Today we're going to be reviewing the film No Man of God, which made its premiere at Tribeca Film Festival 2021. Now, this is one of the biggest projects coming out of Tribeca this year. I definitely had my eyes set on it. You always try to look for what's going to be the biggest, most featured project that's coming out, and then obviously because of the nature of this film talking about Ted Bundy, you know, it's always the idea of like, well, what more can we talk about Ted Bundy? There's been a billion different things that came out about him, so you start having to dig in a little bit and then say, okay, Elijah Wood is in here, and then it's actually really not all about Ted Bundy, because it's about an FBI analyst, Bill Hagmaier, who is played by Elijah Wood, who is sit there to what we call now profile Ted Bundy. He wants to really unravel his brain and understands the way and the means of how he operates. And you know what's interesting about this is that, you know, I never heard about this Agent Bill, and the fact that he was brought in when Ted had 7 days before he was going to be executed, in which 7 days is something that's never was never a decision ever to be passed down in that matter. Sometimes it's 30, sometimes it's 60, but 7 is easily the shortest term that anyone has ever gotten. So he was brought in with 7 days with Ted Bundy in order to really understand how he operates. So Ted Bundy, played by Kirby, he does a fantastic job in his role, because Ted Bundy, as we know, is one of the most horrific serial killers of all time, but he was a very likable person. So the idea of his performance really grabbing you in and making you sympathize with him even at time was a really bizarre feeling to have, yet that this is a, you know, obviously a nod to his performance here. And then Elijah Wood, I mean, he'll always be Frodo to me, but at the end of the day, he does a really good job too, as being really this emotional relief for us, because I think some of the feelings that Luke is giving the viewers, we're also kind of seeing ourselves kind of manifested in this character Bill, from the ups and downs of what we're going through being in this small interrogation room, as the two of them are really becoming personal with each other. But regards to the film structure, I thought the cinematography was done really well. The score obviously was something that was very critical to really execute in order to really bring in an extra layer of emotion with it. And then in regards to like the information that's brought upon, I didn't really grasp too much new knowledge, but still the way how Ted was portrayed in this session definitely felt really refreshing. Definitely didn't feel like something I was just watching again. So, you know, I really did enjoy this. I thought it was done really well as a complete project. And you know, because it was, you know, part of the spotlight narrative. I don't really know what the message is coming out of this, besides just providing more information about what Ted gone through, and obviously Bill Hagmaier's you know, where his courageous role into stepping up into taking this job, how it's really he had a 40-year career of being one of the best profilers in the world, but obviously, you know, him being the start to this position that now we see all over. So yeah, I got a lot of information besides overly getting like a strong message coming out of this, because usually with narratives is always like they want the viewers to take something away from this, and all I got was a lot of information. But overall, I enjoyed this. I thought it was fantastic. This was something I was definitely targeting to see, and I'm impressed. It was really solid all the way around. So definitely check out No Man of God if you are into you know, anything when it comes to forensic science, or just, you know, if you're a big fan of the ID channel like I am, then, you know, this is your bread and butter. But overall, it's just a good movie that you could be looking for something to watch. I thought it checks all the boxes. I think it's really well done. But yeah, jump in the comments, folks. Let me know your thoughts about this film, and as always, stay tuned, because we got more reviews coming very soon. Thank you for watching.
Big gold bell,